Welcome back. Let's get to our call of the day. It is Deutsche Bank. They say the risk reward of owning semi stocks is improved after a big reset. Liz Young, you agree with them on that?
Well, it's improved. We talked earlier in the show about the cyclical trade and people calling for a cyclical trade right now. We can't buy cyclicals, and I would put semis in this camp. We can't buy cyclicals until the cycle has reset, and that has not happened yet, in my opinion. I would wait on this a little bit. If we get another stab down in the market, though, that's when I would start buying semis.
Joe, Lam Research upgraded there, okay, to buy from hold. Target goes to 520 from 400. Micron downgraded. That's interesting, to hold. The target goes 255 from 60. What do you think about both of those individual calls?
Micron is cheaper. It's cheaper for a reason. I think the concern, and Micron has been pretty aggressive in expressing that they're going to reduce inventory, which is needed right now. The problem is that you've got this giant at Samsung that's actually expanding inventory and wanting to grow the footprint. I think that's going to act as a headwind for Micron itself. Lam Research, a little bit more expensive. I like that semi-equipment name. It's got a really durable balance sheet, and I think the valuation reset has occurred in this stock. That's a name that I would look at.
Okay. Bryn, Cowen says Nvidia is their top pick for 23. Target to 220 from 200. You own it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I own it. Obviously, I haven't sold it. I want to add more. I think it's too early. That being said, I mean, Lam Research and Nvidia's charts look identical, by the way, yet one has a 12 PE and one has a 70. I mean, these stocks have had a monster rally. I mean, Nvidia was at 120, it's at 170. And so it's kind of interesting right here. If they stabilize, you know, this is an area with Lam and Nvidia. I would be looking to add Lam and add more Nvidia. Next year, though, I think it's still too early. So I'm in Liz's camp of it's too early to take a meaningful position here.
Weiss, agree with the ladies here, too early? Or would you take a look at some semi stocks that are at least on your radar?
No, I wouldn't take a look at them. Surprising to you, Scott. Nvidia at 70 times earnings, semi stock. Why would I own a semi stock that's cyclical, and they've shown they're cyclical, that's trading 70 times earnings? I just don't get it.
Let me ask you this question then.
It's nowhere near cheap enough.
Since that was too obvious an answer, obviously, for you.
Yep.
So we know that smartphone demand is still good, right? Apple told us that. You have liked some of their suppliers on the chip side in the past. So if you know that demand is still good, why wouldn't you at least take a look at some of the names that you have owned in the past, and if not now, when?
6 months or so. Look, demand's still good, but it's only one part of their market. Skyworks, of course, has unusually large. Yeah, well, Skyworks is, at least 50% of their revenues comes from Apple, which makes them, in a declining economic environment, their margins can be put under pressure. I just think it's too early. We still don't know how it's going to play out with China, with not being able to sell lots of our technology to China, number one. Number two, when people go back to work, are we going to need more laptops? Are we going to need, more, semiconductor-powered equipment? I just don't think so. And you have irrational pricing, which, as Joe pointed out, with Samsung. So I'm not ready to go there yet. They do look cheap. But all they're trading at are what they've traded at historically, which are about 10 times earnings. And before you had the free money cycle, that's where they were. So that's where they should hold out for a little while.